Hey guys, my name is Theo Van. Today I want to talk to you guys about climate change. I'm going to simplify the argument here. One, do I believe in climate change? Yes, to an extent. I do not believe that, I don't believe that we should be taking the extreme measures of ruining poor people's lives or the less fortunate people's lives for the potential of having a bad future that's not here yet. So I think that the climate change activists are spoiled people who don't have anything better to do than virtue signal to make themselves feel better. They have no purpose at all. They're fighting for the future generations by hindering people today, by hindering the lower class today and stopping them from living a comfortable life or even obtaining a comfortable life because they are ending it. Like here in America, whenever Joe Biden says, we're going to stop the drilling for fossil fuels here in America, all the climate activists were just so for that. And the Republican side were like, well, they're going to raise your prices. They're going to raise your gas prices. No, we're not. We're just stopping drilling here on federal property in America. So they didn't lower it. They didn't lower the consumption. They just said, no, we're not going to do it here because they make profits overseas from other companies, kickbacks from buying it overseas. And we're not lowering our usage down. We're just upping our cost in every way, shape, and form. We are no longer independent when it comes to fossil fuels. Some of the other things I do want to point out there is they said that the ocean's rose has risen 2 inches or something of that nature. This right here is a map of all the boats in the sea. Water displacement. Nobody ever talks about it. Yes, it would take a lot of ships, but if I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of ships here. I don't think these are all of them, of course, because there's a lot of people that put things up in the ocean. By the way, in school, I remember hearing about how China used to take all the trash and build islands in the ocean to build on. Anybody else remember that? I do. We talked about it. We're not talking about that now. Meanwhile, the ocean has risen 2 inches, and yet people are like, oh my gosh, we need to give billions to corporations to stop this. Makes no sense to me. Also, this map right here shows the debris that's in our atmosphere from in our orbit. This is trash that we've littered that's no longer in use in our orbit. That's not all. Would that not contribute to anything global warming wise? Or however you want to put it? Let's see here. What's the owners? Here's some of this is the orbit, the tracks that they take. Over 6,000 things flying in our atmosphere that's in use. By the way, if you go down here, 2,000 SpaceX. Check out the website, Satellite Explorer. Is it farming? Is it cows farting? Is it me and my truck? Is it that rich asshole that says he doesn't have a plane, a private plane? It's actually his wife's that's going around saying we should spend billions of your tax-paying dollars on climate change. All you climate activists are doing is making it harder for the less fortunate, ending their lives, making it harder for them to survive. By the way, we need them to survive because you spoiled assholes that are making it harder for the lower fortunate, harder to live, they're going to be the ones that are going to solve the problems. Not bitch about them. They're going to be the ones that solve it. So stop ending their lives and find something to do with yours.